Well, today I'm going to talk about the Jiangyou incident, which happens in Sichuan province, China. 2 days ago, a young girl, middle school girl, was bullied by four of his fellow schoolmates, and who was severely beaten and humiliated by the fellow four schoolmates, who were taken into an abandoned area, and they forced her to take off her clothes, slapped her face, severely beat her on face and other parts of the body, which lasts for about maybe 10 or 20 minutes, as the video shows. One person who followed the four bullier recorded the video, the whole process of bullying, which later instigated anger among the people in Jiangyou, because the rumors claim that the four bullier, the people who beat that poor girl, was the daughters of local police head, and they have connections which make them free from the punishment. So two or three of the bullies, they were put into detention center for about 3 days for administrative punishment, and then later they were free. And one just being criticized. One will be just being criticized without any further punishment. So which caused the anger among commoners in Jiangyou, because if you look at this case, happens in Western world, as Chinese claim that in Europe or in America and Canada, there's no doubt that the bullies gonna face punishment, severe punishment, and their parents or the school gonna compensate a large amount of money to compensate the loss, emotional loss, and the hurt that the poor girl suffered. However, if you look at this treatment that poor girl got, and he's just being bullied, and the four schoolgirl who bullied her were facing no further punishment because they may have connections with the local government. If you're poor, if you're born into a poor family, if your parent, as the girl's mother, was a disabled person, deaf, and couldn't speak out the voice, so you will face such consequences. That means basically there's no rule of law, there's no social justice. That's why this triggered anger among people in Jiangyou, and thousands, if not tens of thousands of people go on the street to demonstrate, to protest against the treatment of the government, against the government way of dealing with this. So, to my understanding, I think the core of it is that the Chinese government likes the rule of law, especially the minor protection law. Those who are under 18 years old, and if you beat somebody, if you bully somebody, even somebody is severely injured emotionally and physically, they will feel that you only pay very little price for your wrongdoings. So that's not right. The government should correct its laws to protect those vulnerable, those born into a poor family, who are bullied, and let the bullier know that they too will face consequences. And the other issue is that in third tier or fourth tier cities in China, that if you don't have connections, don't have money, if you're born into a poor family, that means basically you have no human rights. Your child, if they have quarrel and fight with the child of higher class family, that basically can do nothing about it. You were bullied, you'll be beaten, you'll be cursed, and you can do nothing about it. That means if you don't have money, if you don't have connection, that basically you treat it like an animal. Human beings don't have basic human right. So in conclusion, I think what the government, the Chinese Communist Party should learn from this lesson, is that they should correct their law immediately to protect the minor who are under 18 years old, even lower ages, under 16. They should stipulate the law immediately to prevent such cases from happening again. And second, in townships or county in China which comprise the majority of Chinese territory and population, the local governments, these should be monitored by the people, even if they don't have government connections, even if they don't have money. Their basic human rights should be protected because they are humans too. And as Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father of Singapore, claimed, as a few years ago I watched an interview by which he claims that China's threat is not from outside China. Rather, it is from the internal governance, mainly township and county, that those government officials, these are without check and balance. So they may trigger the anger among the common people. So that would shake the foundation of Chinese Communist Party's legitimacy, if there is any legitimacy right now. So that's basically what I want to talk about today.